Okay. All right. So I don't own the rights to the music. We already know that. This is everyone's favorite Minx, Minx Couture. I said to myself that today I finally have the energy to pour out my thoughts on a particular topic. Especially with all the stuff that's been going on, allow me to climb into my sheep suit, okay, to just graze for a little while. Allow me that. Because we're going to be talking about the recent Britney Spears references, okay? We're going to talk about these references. Now, I just, this is a disclaimer. These are my opinions. And if you have a problem with my opinions, I still care about your feelings, you know? And in order for you to avoid getting your feelings hurt, just don't come back around these parts no more. Simple and to the point. So let's talk about this shit, right? And this is prior to all the smoke. Yes, I know y'all want to talk about the smoke. I got to break this down. People's attention spans, honey, they don't sit for an hour anymore. It has to be. That's why, the short form content is now up to 20 minutes, right? So I was like, I'm not gonna drag y'all. I'm just gonna talk. Okay. So Cryptic Kingdom, you guys know I have the gematria section where I do decodes and discussions on things that people just don't really care about. And I was looking at the references of Britney Spears, I know. Britney again. Yes, Britney again, because she is literally like a crystal that the elite hold on to because they know that there are so many people that are emotionally involved because of, let's face it, a lot of us grew up with her. A lot of us, not with her per se, but we grew up on her. Well, not on her either, but you know what I mean. So let's talk about this. Cardi B invokes Britney Spears' Instagram dance videos. Cardi B. Sexy dancing in the house. I feel like Britney Spears. She raps on Lotto's new track. One thing I'll say. First of all, I got a real big problem with a lot of the new artists that are coming out that are young and, they're getting into the game on a serious tip. And it's like all these features are very questionable to me. It's almost like, I hate to say it, there's a lot of piggybacking around here. Because you are hot. And you have a lot of these musicians that's buzzed. It's fading. And it's not fading because they're not hot anymore. It's not fading because of that. It's fading because they're involving themselves with so many politically correct conversations, which then makes their fans look at them like they ain't shit. You'll have someone like Cardi B who say something against the Dalai Lama, and then people are like, well, you used to drug motherfuckers. She's against child trafficking and child abuse, but she used to rob motherfuckers. Okay. Cool. So, it was a Princess Diana pattern I was noticing all the way up until the king's coronation. It slowed down significantly up until the failed car accident with Harry and Meg. We'll swing back on that later. I really didn't. I wrote this shit 7 days ago. We ain't swinging back on that. So I kept seeing, I'm sexy dancing in the house. I feel like Britney Spears for the entire day. Sexy dancing in the house. I feel like I'm Britney Spears. So once we move forward, you're talking about a word, invoke. Invoke, which is to cite, to appeal to call on a deity or spirit in prayer as witness for or for inspiration, a summon, charms or incantation, to evoke. That's why I was like, why are they using that term? Cardi B invokes Britney Spears' Instagram dance videos. It kind of makes you think. Interesting words. And I was gonna come back with the etymology of invoke. Invoke, which is related to vox, voice, to call upon, to implore, an invocation. We know what an invocation is. An invocation is a prayer. So I'm like, summoning of evil spirits. You see that's what this is. And then you have Beyonce, who sampled Toxic for the opening or the beginning of her Renaissance tour, right? You notice the green? You notice the green background, you know what I'm saying? Like you see the hands on her, on Beyonce. See, people were looking at this, like I look at outfits and the way that people dress on stage, because I'm like, why would you, what I'm saying? Like, why would you wear that? It's not an ugly outfit. I'm just like, why did you pick that? What was the inspiration behind that? Like, what was the creative element of, if I wear this outfit, this is what I'm trying to get from fans, the reactions from fans. Like, I just want to know, why the fuck would you wear an outfit like this with your two hands and other hands that are covering your personals and your thighs? Just, questions. Which I said, with the Little Mermaid out, Disney always associates green with evil. You know what I'm saying? And
Bruh.
I was like, okay, so I'm running numbers, and I come across the I'm sexy dancing in the house. I feel like Britney Spears, which comes out to $24.97, and Ten of Swords reversed. So I said Ten of Swords, okay, which was interesting. In tarot, the Ten of Swords reversed is a card that symbolizes the end of a difficult or challenging situation. When this card appears in a reading, even though we didn't do a reading, it suggests that you are reaching the final stages of a painful experience or a period of struggle. I was like, we on to something. We on to something, because for me, like, I don't do decodes a lot, because it takes a lot of energy to have your brain working overtime and piecing things together. So you kind of tire yourself out. And I was really tired for 2 days after I, started doing the decodes like this. So I was like, it's very interesting how the Ten of Swords, I'm saying to you, that comes up as the Ten of Swords with her current situation, right? So we know that it says, when it comes to Britney, it could suggest she has gone through a period of intense struggle or hardship, but she is now moving towards healing and recovery. As of recently, there, Kevin Federline, he's doing his thing with being a typical emotional. I just don't want to be mean. Kind of treating Britney like, how a woman would treat like a deadbeat father or something like that. And,
Bruh.
Britney is not a deadbeat. Everyone is a deadbeat as long as they're paying, their child support or their rearing of the child. You keep the child away, you keep them away from her, but she's paying for her children to exist. And people will still say, oh, she needs help, she needs this. We don't know what the fuck is going on with this woman. We don't know what's going on with her. All I know is that them bills are getting paid. Now, how are those bills getting paid when nobody is working?
Bruh.
I'm just asking. So, of course, I made some other interesting connections with the number 2497, which is Nipsey Hussle shot dead outside his Los Angeles store, and I'm sexy dancing in the house. I feel like Britney Spears. And what if he's the beauty and she's the beast, right? And it was interesting because she posted this image, which looks like the bookcase from Beauty and the Beast. I was like, interesting. And then you have Operation Snow White. That also lines up with I'm sexy dancing in the house. I feel like Britney Spears. So Operation Snow White, it was a criminal conspiracy by the Church of Scientology during the 1970s to purge unfavorable records about Scientology and its founder, L. Ron Hubbard. Right? So I put all the information there because it's a lot. But this is where it gets me. And I might ruffle some feathers with this, and I honestly, we have to start ruffling. Got to start ruffling the feathers. Now, going back up towards Britney Spears and Cardi B and Beyonce. Cardi B and Beyonce. Both very, very talented entertainers. I don't care what your stance is on Cardi. I know there's going to be haters or shit. Who cares? She's an entertainer. She's getting money. That's what her fucking taxes say. So I just think that it's so amazing how Beyonce and Cardi B can acknowledge that Britney Spears is on Instagram spinning around and around and around in circles, and they're considering that sexy dancing. Why do y'all have energy to do that, but you can't use your platforms to talk about your concerns as to why Miss Spears is spinning around in circles?
Bruh.
I mean, you obviously, as two women that are in the industry, y'all know what's going on. And of course, when I talk about the occurrences of celebrities paying homage, like paying homage to people that are not even fucking dead yet, which has happened countless times. You see that they pay homage to someone that has not passed away yet, with tributes and all this other stuff, and then they wind up checking out. Like if you remember, Brandy and Monica were coming out with a reboot of The Boy Is Mine. Now, when they were doing all of that, around the Grammys time, Whitney Houston rolled up on Brandy, handed her a note, and then she was dead the next day. But they were talking about tributes, like Clive Davis said, it is a tribute. That's exactly how he said it. It is a tribute. Why is Cardi B and Beyonce, why are y'all paying homage in this way? So, Cardi B, obviously you are a dancer. You look at Britney Spears' page and you think that what she's doing is sexy dancing? I don't think so. I think they're putting these little codes and conversations within the music, and, you know, they're dropping these subliminals and they think we can't peep it. You know, again, Cardi B is wearing green. Do you see what I'm saying? In this ensemble. I feel like Britney Spears as merch. Green, you notice green. And then Beyonce with the green. Right? Now let's go to, real quick, because if we playing chess with evil folks right now, and you know, again, speaking about evil, Britney Spears recently, she had did a dance. Hold on. For Water Runs Dry. Remember, she said in her caption, first time having really long hair, it's different. Serving evil mermaid vibes, I guess. This mermaid also has green fins. You don't see that? You don't see the green fin?
Bruh.
Yeah. Serving evil mermaid vibes, I guess. And when I got down, to the bottom of this, I said to myself, interesting, water runs dry, which today they also had something else about water running dry. So I'm like, Beyonce Knowles and Taylor Swift are also aligned with New York City, Trump and QAnon for evil mermaid vibes. I am Alice in Wonderland. So this 168, this is 186. The second horseman. What is the second horseman of the apocalypse? It says Revelations 6:3 through 4. The second horseman is perhaps the most easily identifiable of the famed four horsemen of the apocalypse, since both of its symbols, the fiery red color and great sword, and well known to represent war. The Greek word John uses for red is puros or pyros, meaning the color of fire. The color red or scarlet in the Old Testament frequently symbolizes blood or the blood of sacrifice. Right? I'm not saying that this is what's happening to Britney Spears. I'm just saying the timing of everything is where it is. The water runs dry, and Britney Spears references spinning in the house. Now, if you remember when I did this Aaliyah decode, we talked about toxic equaling poison. Plane crash is also under poison. So one of my things that I have to question is that she keeps talking about how she's super excited about meeting up with her mother, right? So hold on. Hold on. I was like, it's a shame I got Britney Spears chilling in the cut like this. Britney Spears keeps talking about getting ready to meet with her mom, right? The other thing I don't get is, besides these images that she's posting of herself in scantily clad clothes, she has a picture, a paparazzi photo of her and her son. Why a paparazzi photo? Why not your own? I mean, I know you got pictures, girl. I know you do. She obviously has her comments turned off. So she was recently talking about in her captions that she is getting ready to meet up with her mother and she's super excited. Oh, here we go. This one in the ballerina outfit.
Bruh.
In the ballerina outfit. My sweet mama showed up at my doorstep yesterday after 3 years. Number 3, it's been such a long time. With family, there's always things that need to be worked out, but time heals all wounds. And after being able to communicate what I've held in for an extremely long time, I feel so blessed we were able to try to make things right. I love you so much. Psst, I'm blessed we can have coffee together after 14 years. See, she's bringing up this coffee shit again. I am telling you this right now. I'm giving it until August. August. I don't like to be right. I don't like to be right. But it sounds like to me that they're trying to move in and take this girl out. It's what it sounds like like to me. So, and why does it matter? Why does it? Who cares? I'm going to tell you. Because this is going to play on manipulation. Because a lot of people already feel like Britney Spears has not been here for a very long time. A lot of people feel that way. But if they announce it, they call it, I think a lot of people, it's going to feel like when Aaliyah passed. Shock, sudden, like Kobe passed. Shock, sudden. You know, that darkness, like that damn. But the problem here is that they're not going to be able to do a successful exit of this. So they're going to have to make it look like something. And unfortunately, like I said before, we know that Britney Spears is also 100% vaccinated. Okay? I'm not saying anything bad's going to happen to her. I'm saying that if something does happen, God forbid, like with Jamie Foxx, will they blame that? Will they use that for the media to be distracting to the mass public? Because now they're trying to roll out aliens and shit now. They're trying to bring back the alien talk. But if something happens to Britney Spears and they don't want to have anybody look suspicious, they will blame it on that. They'll take the fall for the VAX. They will. They'll use that. But coffee. A room is not a room without natural light.